If you're looking for a showstopper roast this holiday season, look no further.
Perfectly smoked with an incredible honey mustard glaze.
This ham is always a huge hit.
Savory and sweet and so good to eat.
That's right. It is savory, sweet, and so good to eat. All right, look at that beautiful ham.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's giant.
So that's, that's about almost an 8-pound ham. It's bone-in. It's a Berkshire. You can get whatever kind of ham you want to get. That's spiral cut. We'll talk a little bit more about
that when I start to rub this rub on it.
Let's make a rub.
Let's make this pork rub. We have this on hand
all the time.
All the time. So I'm making a new batch, so we'll have some for later.
And this is perfect for pork. It's like Wesley said, a little sweet, a little savory.
Yes.
The sweetness just punches up that flavor.
Okay, can I get started?
Please do.
I've got a third cup of brown sugar.
That's dark brown sugar, but you could go with light.
A third cup of just regular granulated sugar. And then
sweet.
I have some paprika. I've got a quarter cup of smoked paprika.
No, that's not smoked.
Oh, it's not?
This is just our regular.
Just the regular?
Sweet.
Okay.
Smoke is, we got enough smoke going on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, and then I've got 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of ground ginger. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Then I have a tablespoon of pepper. Need some pepper.
There you
and
go.
A teaspoon of
ground rosemary.
Ground rosemary. I almost got it. I almost did it. No salt in this because that ham is good and salty.
Yeah, you don't need to add salt. Well, I never add salt to my rubs, but you don't even need to add it to this ham because, like Wesley said, there's already a salt content to it.
So good.
So, okay, now he's working on the rub, and that makes a good amount of rub. So more rub than we'll need for this, but this rub has a nice long shelf life. So, keep it when you're doing ribs, when you're doing pulled pork. I mean, this rub, I use it on everything.
All right, I'm gonna put my gloves on because this is gonna get real sticky.
Okay. So I've got, now I'm gonna make this glaze that we'll use a little later. You can make it ahead of time. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my, I've got a medium saucepan that I'm gonna turn over medium heat.
I love this glaze, and it's not like your normal like honey mustard sauce that you put like on a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, it's more of a holiday kind of glaze. Okay, that's a cup, again, of dark brown sugar. You could use light if you wanted to. This is a half a cup of honey, half of the honey mustard. Now we're going to use 2 types of mustard. We've got a half a cup of Dijon mustard. That gives it just that depth of flavor that I think is really, really great. And
so you got Dijon and then you have regular.
And then we got just good old, this is a quarter cup of yellow mustard. I love yellow mustard too. It really works together. Then we need a little acid, so we've got a quarter cup, what's that? That is a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar. And then we've got some spices here. We've got a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and a half a teaspoon of ground cloves. And again, that's just those classic holiday flavors that pair so wonderfully with ham.
I'm using my fingers to break up some of these clumps.
The brown sugar,
that brown sugar likes to get clumpy.
It does.
But we're good now. I'm just going to spoon some of this in here. This is our reserve for later.
Yeah,
that we can use sometime during the season.
If you're putting your hand, I mean that's cooked meat, but you don't want to contaminate your.
Is that
rub.
enough to save?
I think so.
And I got plenty there. Okay.
Yeah, you got plenty. We do want to apply plenty of this. And all this is all we're doing is we're just heating this through, really until the sugars dissolve, and then we're going to set this to the side.
Okay.
Now my hands are clean, so we're going to use a binder here. This is we're going to add the yellow mustard all over it.
All over it.
It doesn't impart, we do this with our smoked ribs. It doesn't add a mustard flavor. You're going to get that with the glaze. It's great for making this rub stick to the ham.
Ooh, look at that! And I put this on a cookie sheet so it can catch all my drippings down there.
Then we've also got it already on the rack that's going to go in the smoker. Now you may be saying, I don't have a smoker.
You think that's good enough, Chris?
Yeah, that's wonderful. I don't have a smoker. That's okay. You can do this in the oven too. Roast it in the oven. The smoke, and you may be thinking, well, if it's already smoked, why are you smoking it again? Well, because there's no such thing as too much smoke. I mean, there probably is.
Some people call it a double smoke.
A double smoke, yeah.
We just call it smoked. It's delicious.
So we call it delicious.
Do you want me to do this guy right here?
Yeah, you can do a little bit on there. While you're doing that, I'm going to start applying this rub.
Okay, there you go. Here, I'll let you do it right now.
Okay, good. That's great. And then you can just kind kind of
Pat it.
Yeah, pat it down, get her in there. Again, you can't. There's no salt in this, so you can be very liberal with it. And
Come on, there we
the
go.
Flavor
I
of
love this rub.
I do too. I do.
Do you put this on our pulled pork too?
I do. That's what I was saying a minute ago. And our ribs.
Oh, the ribs. Y'all need to try those ribs.
Yeah, yeah.
They're ridiculous.
They're ridiculous.
They're ridiculous. Okay, now
that's good.
let's get a little right here too.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm gonna get it. There you
Okay.
go.
So you use a good amount of this.
I'm gonna help.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get in.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to get this good and rubbed.
Okay, you want to put a little on the underside?
Yeah. Okay.
Now-
Okay, doing that. I'm gonna put
It's
some more
okay.
on that.
It's all right. It's gonna
Give me
stick.
put some on my hand here, and I'll just
okay.
rub it.
Okay.
There we go.
So we've got our smoker out there. That's good. So like I said, I've already got it on the rack, so I just got to stick it in there. And okay.
Well, just in case some fell off.
Okay. All right.
All right. We
This
are
is
ready. Are we
such
ready to
a great
go?
ham. Okay, let's do it. Let's go out to the smoker.
All right. I'll let you do that.
Okay, thanks. You big ham. Winter wonderland out here. Okay, in this warm Texas weather. All right, we've got our beautiful Smokin' Tex electric smoker here. This is one of my most favorite contraptions we've ever owned. We highly recommend it. It's electric, so it does all the work for you. So I'm gonna put this right in here, this beautiful ham. If you see here, I've got a pan in here that I've added some water. It's easier if you bring the water out to the pan rather than trying to carry the pan from the kitchen because the water likes to slosh all around. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is what's called the wood box. It's filled with 3 ounces of wood chips. Go with some fruit flavored wood chips if you can. This is apple, cherry is really good, but also pecan is a really nice flavor. It just complements the flavor of the ham perfectly. And now this is our ThermoPro digital thermometer. This is super important. I have a link to ThermoPro in the description and in the blog post. You get a automatic discount through Loon if you use it, but you want to be able to measure this temperature. So I'm doing this pretty much sort of in the center there, about halfway down, kind of close to the bone. You're going to want it to get to 135, 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Basically what you're doing is you're just heating it through. It's already cooked. And you're going to obviously also give it that incredible smoke flavor. So we're going to turn this on now to 250 degrees. And typically I usually smoke meats at 225, but 250 you want to crank it up just a little bit for the ham because again, you're just smoking this, you're just heating it through and you don't want to overdo it, go for so long that it dries it out. And to help keep things moist and juicy, that meat, that's what the water bath is for. This is also another tool that you can use. This is apple cider, apple juice. Every hour I just come out and I just spray it. It's delicious. So again, this is going to take about 4 to 5 hours to get to 135 to 140. After about 2 hours, we're going to start adding that glaze that we did. If you add that glaze too soon, all of the sugar in there starts to pull out that moisture and it can maybe make it a little dry. Okay, so let's talk real quick about this guy. Smokin' Tex, we love it. It is just, we have so many people that have purchased this and it's one of the best purchases they ever had. We have a collaboration with them. If you go to smokintex.com and you enter the code LOON10, you get 10% off and you will not regret it. All right, I'm gonna go in and see what the Loon is doing and then we're gonna have the best ham of the season. We spritzed it with some apple cider or apple juice about an hour ago. Oh my God, you guys, the smell is just, look at that. Now we do the really glorious part, and that is start basting it with this incredible glaze. And you really want to get it on there good and thick because it's going to seep in between those. Oh my gosh, you guys, the smell is incredible. And we'll continue to do this every, 45 minutes to an hour. Our temperature is up to a little over 100, so that's good. It's cooking right as it should, nice and slow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, get it kind of, if you can, get as much on the back side as possible. And close her up. Okay, we'll be back in an hour. We're getting close. Okay, we're at 135.
Wow.
Look at this. Is that not a thing of beauty?
Wow, that is gorgeous.
Look at that.
That is wonderful. You want to spin it?
Exactly.
Oh,
Give it a
let's
spin. In all of its glory.
Wow.
So this took about 4 hours, which is about right on par. And, you know, we glazed it after 2 hours. I was spritzing it every hour. Once you start glazing it, you don't really have to spritz it anymore. And it is just beautiful. That glaze starts to caramelize, and the smell
is amazing.
Incredible. So we
gotta wait.
Not long, though. We need to let it just wait. You know, this is good room temperature, but I would let it wait at least 10 minutes.
Okay.
You can cover it with foil and let it wait, you know, for an hour while all your guests arrive and you set the table. But anyway, we are so close to eating this baby. Okay, isn't this beautiful?
Oh, that is
talk
so
about
pretty.
a showstopper. So we tilted it and put it on its side. So these
So it
slices.
makes a better presentation.
Yeah, and it's just easier to get out. And then you start to, and then you start to just let these slices fall,
yes.
and then folks can serve themselves. Oh my goodness gracious. I just cannot believe the smell of this.
Careful now, here, use your...
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna I want to give you some of this.
I got it.
Oh, it's so tender. Yeah.
Oh, you're just slicing right in. I love it.
I know. I'm just going for it. Here.
There we go. Come on.
That looks good.
There we go. Think I got. Oh, I could use a little more probably.
I know. This bone is up here high. Okay.
Here, let me.
There you go. Oh,
take
those come
those and
perfect.
start pulling it.
Yeah.
Start pulling.
That's good.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm gonna give you a nice big old piece here.
Oh, I'll take it. Oh,
There you go.
That's the whole. Here, put that one on yours. That's the whole enchilada.
I know it. I know.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna steal some of yours, Chris.
Yeah. Take some of mine.
Look at that. Oh, so excited.
No, the smell is just
You guys look at that.
intoxicating.
Oh, that is so
Juicy
moist.
and tender. I know.
Juicy. You guys. All right,
A little more.
yeah.
right
Oh, you're gonna. What are you gonna make a
I
sandwich?
know. I am gonna make a sandwich.
Here you
Serve this
go.
with. I know. I got myself a lot. Serve this with some mashed potatoes or potatoes dauphinoise or
There's
the
that.
green
There's
beans
that.
almondine, some maple glazed carrots. You guys,
There's that.
that's a plate of ham I got
know.
myself.
All right, I'm just gonna dig in.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna dig right
Oh,
in.
it's juicy.
Oh, you guys. Okay. Here, look.
Wow. Oh my goodness. We made a lot of hams over the years. That is one of the very, very best.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
I am.
A lot
I'm
of
always afraid that your ham will dry out.
Yeah, I know.
Even in the oven,
that can happen.
it's just. But this.
It's so juicy and so flavorful.
Because you were spraying it.
Yeah, the spraying, all of that helps, and like until later on.
Oh, wow. That is 1,000,000% Luna proof.
Yeah.
It's so good.
No.
I'm gonna start using my fingers. It's.
And it just screams holidays.
You
You got to make this, and you, like I said, if you don't have a smoker, don't fret. You can do it in your oven. It's still going to be super delicious. That glaze. Oh, and you could use an unsliced ham. You've got so many options. All right, you guys.
I'm in heaven.
He's in hog heaven. All right, guys, we love you so much. We hope you're having a glorious holiday season if you're watching it right now during the holidays. And please know we love you.
Yes, we love you.
All right, bye, everybody.